Hare Krishna. My good friend Admatatva has asked me to speak something about the Stay Woke movement, if ever there was a movement. Uh, the reference to Stay Woke, something that initially was slang just for staying awake, and it sort of became a way to tell people to be awake to the issues in their community. It took more strength with the Black Lives Matter movement, being aware of the police brutality and the issues of discrimination around black people in America. And now it has sort of crossed over, all groups of people are using it. I'll speak from being awake to reality. Just recently, a couple of billionaire types were talking about using their funds for some scientists to find a way to bust us out of the matrix. They figure that we're living in a matrix of illusion. Maybe it's a holographic reality projected by aliens, or maybe it's a computer simulation. But they're feeling like the version of life that we're living is not what it's supposed to be. Referencing from Bhagavad Gita, which is a beautiful Vedic text, there Krishna, the Supreme Person, talks about two types of existences. That there's an introspective sage. What is night for him is day for those who are materially absorbed. And then those who are materially absorbed, what is day for the introspective sage is night. So we can see that some people are very much awake to the materialistic culture, the consumer culture, the bodily maintenance culture, pleasure seeking on the material platform. And when issues of introspection, inner development, spiritual cultivation are raised, then they have no interest. Their radar doesn't pick up any signal. So Krishna Day is encouraging that we must be awake to our spiritual nature. We are spiritual beings. We are currently embedded in a material body, and our experience is always limited. What we desire in terms of happiness, satisfaction, fulfillment, pleasure, knowledge is always limited by the material enclosure that we live in, whether it's the bigger universe or the universe of the body I live in. So being awake to one's spiritual needs actually is real love for oneself. And those persons who are trying to wake others up to their spiritual need, then they become the actual revolutionaries, the actual well wishers of everyone. On the material platform, a lot of politics may be arranged, a lot of economics may be arranged to try and change how material existence plays out. But ultimately, it is the nature of the material platform to be changing, to be limiting, to be temporary, to be frustrating. And it is the nature of the spirit to be ever increasing in its bliss, in its revelation of truth, in its enchantment, in its beauty. So the youth, in terms of a revolution and staying woke, would be awake. You're not the body, you're the soul. Don't think you're just this temporary gadget called black body, white body, tall body. You're an eternal being. So go for your eternal heritage. These are the real roots. So be woke to the need of the soul. And when you are woke to the need of the soul, then you can be sensitive to the needs of all other spiritual beings, whether they be plant bodied or human bodied or bird bodied. angel bodied, it doesn't matter. The soul is the life force. So Black Lives Matter because life matters. So wherever there's life, it matters. Hare Krishna.